There is a train station in the Appalachian Mountains that does not appear on any map. No transit authority claims it. No railway company services it. And if you ask the locals in the nearest town, a place called Harlan Gap, population 412, they will tell you the same thing. There is no station at mile 74. But there is. I know because I've been there, and I need to tell someone what I saw before I convince myself it didn't happen. Last October, I was driving from Knoxville to Asheville on a route I'd taken maybe 20 times. It was late, a little past 1 in the morning. I'd missed my usual turn near the state line. My GPS was recalculating, sending me deeper into the mountains on roads I didn't recognize. The kind of roads that don't have lane markings. The kind where your headlights are the only proof that the world still exists beyond your windshield. I wasn't worried, not yet. I figured I'd find a gas station, get my bearings, maybe pull over and sleep for a few hours. Then I saw the light, barely visible through the tree line off the left side of the road. I almost drove past it, but something about it felt wrong. Not the light itself, but its steadiness. Out here, in the middle of absolute nowhere, there shouldn't be anything, no houses, no cell towers. Nothing. I pulled over and walked about 200 feet through wet brush and low branches until I reached a clearing, and there it was, a train platform, concrete, maybe 60 feet long. One overhead lamp buzzing with that sickly yellow glow that old sodium lights give off. A single rusted bench sat in the middle. There was no station building, no ticket booth, no signs, just a platform. And 2 sets of railroad tracks stretching into the dark in both directions. The tracks were clean, polished. Someone, or something, was still using them. I walked the length of the platform twice. The concrete was cracked, but not crumbling, like it had been built decades ago, but maintained just enough to keep it from falling apart. At the far end, half buried in overgrown grass, I found a small concrete post. The kind you see as mile markers along railways. The number 74 was stamped into it. I went back to the bench. Someone had scratched something into the wood along the backrest. Most of it was too weathered to read, but one phrase was cut deeper than the rest, carved with something deliberate. "Don't get on." I heard it before I saw it. A low vibration in the tracks. Then a single headlight far down the line, cutting through the fog like a searchlight. The train slowed and stopped, directly in front of the platform. It was old, the kind of train you see in black and white photographs of the 1940s. Dark paint, no visible markings, no railroad company logo. One of the doors was open. A faint light spilled out from inside, the color of old paper. I stood on the platform and stared into the open door for what felt like a very long time. The train didn't move. No conductor appeared, no announcement, just an open door and a soft amber glow, and the feeling, the absolute certainty that the train was waiting for me. I stepped closer, not inside. I want to be clear about that. I did not get on the train, but I stepped close enough to the open door to see inside. The interior was lit by small wall-mounted lamps that gave off a dull amber glow. Rows of wooden seats, cracked leather. The kind you'd see in a very old church. Every seat was empty, except one. In the last row, at the very back of the car, something was sitting. I couldn't make out what it was. A shape, a figure. It wasn't moving, but I had the overwhelming sense that it was aware of me, that it had been aware of me since I stepped onto the platform. I ran. I don't remember turning around. I don't remember the walk through the brush. I remember branches hitting my face and then my hands on the hood of my car and then the engine starting and the road under my tires. And I did not stop driving until I saw the lights of a gas station 40 minutes later. I went back the next day in daylight. With a full charge on my phone and my GPS running, I found the stretch of road. I found where I'd pulled over. My tire tracks were still in the mud, but there was no clearing, no platform, no tracks, just trees. Unbroken. As far as I could see, I spent the next 3 weeks researching. There is no record of a rail line at that location, no decommissioned stations, no abandoned tracks. But in the county library in Harlan Gap, I found a handwritten note tucked inside a topographic survey from 1978. Someone had circled a point in the mountains and written 2 words next to it, Mile 74. Below that, in different handwriting, someone else had added, 4 missing. I don't know what the station at Mile 74 is. I don't know where that train goes, and I don't know what was sitting in the last row, but I think about the bench. I think about whoever carved those words into the wood. They had been there too. They had seen the open door and the pale light and felt that pull, that urge to step inside. And they had the presence of mind to leave a warning, which means, at some point, someone didn't. If you ever find yourself on a road you don't recognize, in mountains that feel too quiet, and you see a light through the trees that shouldn't be there, keep driving. Whatever you do not get on. If you want more stories like this, subscribe to Lore Machina. We'll see you in the dark.